Alright, this is Jelly from Azlongtales here. I'm going to show you two simple DIY Livewells / bait buckets. So, I've just recently gotten to flathead fishing, which requires you to carry live bait with you and catch live bait. So I've invested in a few ways to keep live bait alive, both of which are pretty easy and cheap to do. So, the first one we're going to go over is this right here. This is the Engel super quiet lithium battery charged. Its runtime on high is 36 hours. Its runtime on low is 72 hours. And you can charge it off of a USB charging port, and you can run it off of a USB charging port. So I have a USB charging port in my boat, so I can run the bait bucket directly off of that. It has a couple different features on here. So you turn it on. It has high, up and down. So that's 75%, that's 50%, and then that's on low. I used one of these type of air stones. I didn't even have to glue it in. I drilled a hole through the top. This is just a Ozark Trail hard cooler. I got it for $40 from Walmart on sale. I put a check valve so that water can't flow backwards into here and into the pump. It has this other unique feature right here. If you press this button, you can do it intermittently. So run for 20 seconds, and then you'll see it pause, and then it'll pause for a few, and that will also help extend your battery life. And then it'll start running again here in a few. So there you go, it starts running again. So this thing is super quiet. I mean, super quiet compared to other bait buckets and stuff that I've used in the past. A lot of times those aerators are super loud, but it's super quiet. And then the hard coolers are extra insulated, so help keep your bait cool on those hot summer days. And then the way that I attached this was just a radio clip, and that's how it goes on and off. So I drilled that into the side of the cooler. So overall, $40 bait bucket, some cheap aquarium air stones, and then the Engel quiet pump with a lithium battery. That's about 50 bucks. So overall, it's super solid bait bucket. Most of the ones on the market are not as solid as a hard cooler or as insulated. Another item that I bought, because when you go flathead fishing, you often go in the dark. This is a cooler light, and it recharges by a USB. So it looks like it's run times. So it has cool white 50 hours, cool white 2 5 hours. The red light is 10 hours. The red flash mode is 20, and the SOS flash mode is also 20 hours. And its charging time, it says, is about 4 hours. So we'll put that in there. So that's the cool blue light. That's the bright light. That's the red light, which is the one I'm going to be using because it doesn't seem to attract bugs as much. So that way you don't have to turn on your cell phone light to go look inside your cooler when you're going to go pull out bait. Got the red strobe light, SOS light, and then off. And then it's waterproof, and it can just sit in your cooler just like that. And we'll see how it looks like in a dark room. Thing about this, it looks like the button glows in the dark. So let's turn it on in here. We got the bright white. Oh, that's the bright white. So the other one's the light white, which apparently runs for 50 hours. We got the red, which is what I'm going to be using more often than that. Ooh, the party light. And then the light strobe. Ooh. And then another cool feature about this light is it's got a magnetic end. Well, that's stainless. Let's try over here. Bam. So you can put that right on the edge of your truck while you're working on something. Light on. And then this end cap right here unscrews, and that's where you charge it with a micro USB. Now we're gonna go over the cheaper, I guess, version and bigger. That works out pretty well, but you have to put it onto a 12-volt battery. So that's the battery that I generally run all my electronics off of. I have 2 other of these batteries to run my 24-volt trolling motor. And then I also purchased this to help keep my batteries topped off on the water if I need it. This doesn't draw very much power, so I don't see me going through all three of these batteries on the boat just to be able to run this. I ran it the other night, and it hardly used any juice, and it kept my bait really well. When you get this kit, it comes in pieces, so you gotta glue these little fittings together with pipe cement, and then those just drill into the cooler. And then I kept this pipe long, and the reason why I kept it long is so that way when I want to fill it up on the water, I can fill it up just like that outside the boat, and I fill up the Livewell real quick, and it fills up really fast. And then when I want to pump out water, I just take off this little hose piece right here and squirt the water right out of the boat, just as easily. So let's fill it up with some water, and I'll show you how it runs. So like what I said, I keep this tubing long on purpose, so you can trim it down if you wanted to. But the reason why I keep it long is that way, you can pull it right outside of the boat. You can hook up your wires, which I put wire loom on the outside to help protect the wires a little bit. So you just put your positive on the positive, negative on the negative, and you're gonna see this thing fill up. And as far as I can tell, it doesn't really use that much power. It's gonna suck out this 5 gallons really quick. And this size cooler, 48 quart, it seems to hold about 10 gallons, give or take. Pretty comfortably with fish or your bait. The rest of that water in there. Alright, then you just put the pump back in. So normally it would be filled with a little bit more water than that. Alright, so I filled it up a little bit more with water, so that way you guys can see the full action. So the hole that I drilled was through the side, so that way it's out of the way of the cooler. And then I just drilled 4 air holes, because it's not aerated, it's just circulating water. But it'll aerate as it sprays. Ta-da! So this one's significantly louder than this one. You'll see right now. That one's not very loud at all. Just a nice little hum. Move that out of the way. Like I said, I didn't glue it down. It just holds on its own pretty well. And then when you're ready to empty your Livewell, all you gotta do, take that guy off, put it outside the boat like so, and turn it on. And I'll empty the Livewell pretty quick. Almost empty. Two DIY ways to, make some bait buckets. Worked out very well for me so far. Like, subscribe if you can, and we'll show you some more cool stuff for John boats. Thank you.